What's up, everybody? It's Evander here, and today I just cannot stop thinking about it. I'm gonna talk about the Superman movie. I watched it in theaters last Sunday, I believe, and as I'm recording this, it is the next Sunday. I cannot stop thinking about this movie. It was great. It was definitely the best Superman movie I've ever seen, and personally, I would definitely say it's top 5 superhero movies of all time, in my opinion. James Gunn did a great job. He captured the character Superman perfectly. And the movie's been very controversial for being political or whatever. But Superman, he's always been political. Like, he's always supposed to be the guy standing up for the people who can't defend themselves. And just being pro-human life. And I just wanted to talk about all the criticism that the movie has been getting. And I'm outside because it is very nice out. It feels good. It's not too hot. It feels like maybe 85 right now. Actually, that is pretty hot, but it's pretty breezy right now. And also I got my cat Margot here. Say what's up, Margot. I don't really like cats that much, but Margot's my favorite. And then my dog Daisy is over here too. Let's go walk over and say hi to her. Say hello, Daisy. Hello. Daisy's my favorite dog ever. Then I have Bella. She's a bulldog. She's inside right now. She doesn't want to come out. She doesn't really like hot weather that much. Now let's talk about the criticism that the movie's been getting. Alright, so the main criticism that I've seen this movie get was about how Superman, he's always getting beat up. Which is, I can see why people would say that, because he definitely does. But I feel like the main thing they're forgetting is that at the beginning of the movie, it says, like, it's talking about the events that took place before this movie. And it says, 3 minutes ago, Superman lost his first battle. Now, when I read that, to me it meant that, Superman hasn't been a hero for a long time. It was his third year being a superhero. And when it said 3 minutes ago he lost his first fight against the Hammer of Baravia, that just means that, he's never had this much trouble before. He's never had super strong supervillains trying to fight him. So, yeah, once he finds his first real challenge, then I'm sure he would get his butt whooped. Because if you think about it, imagine an NFL team. They just went around playing a bunch of high school and college teams. Obviously, they're much better than them. They're going to win all the time. But once they play against another NFL team, they're going to lose. Because they're not used to going against other people at the same level of power. Another main point that people against the movie had was that he was too campy, cringy, corny, and too lighthearted. That's all Superman comics are. Because, like I said, James Gunn's movie is probably the most accurate Superman besides the 70s one. Like, Superman, he's always been, like, just a different guy. Like, he's not very normal or typical. He very much is more innocent, or maybe not innocent, but just a lighthearted guy. Like, everyone is optimistic is the word I'm using, or thinking of. He's always been more optimistic than everyone else. And he's always supposed to be that guy when everyone's given up. He's the one that's supposed to give them hope and believe that something better is waiting for them. A third point that I've seen was the box office. And that how it didn't make as much as Man of Steel in the theaters. And I think that a lot of stuff has to go on to that. Mainly how DC has not been making any good movies, at least in a long time, live action wise. And people were probably just expecting, well, it doesn't matter if it's a big name. It's just another Warner Brothers DC movie. And so I think that was the main part. And then also just the the way the news, like Fox, I think, how they've been bashing on the movie because of how the Palestine conflict, and saying that the movie is pro whatever. And obviously that's going to make like very hardcore, I don't really know the term, but those kind of people, just hateful people, they will avoid the movie, which also will make it less, less sought after. Another point that I want to add while editing is that people think that the Zack Snyder movies are miles ahead or miles better and they can never be surpassed, and that Henry Cavill is the best Superman of all time. The Man of Steel movie, it was pretty decent, but it's not very accurate to Superman's character. He's not like the embodiment of hope, and it was just making Superman look like a god when in reality Superman is just as human as me or you. And then every other movie besides Man of Steel that Zack Snyder made for DC was absolute garbage. Like, those movies are horrible. Now when they say Man of Steel is a good movie, I could say sure, it was okay. But when they say that Batman vs Superman or Justice League was good, Snyder Cut or director or normal, I gotta disagree. And I just personally think that James Gunn did Superman better. And I will say Zack Snyder, his cinematography, his was great. And his score was also great, but he just lacked in story and character, because I couldn't feel a personal connection with any of his characters. Even the Flash, unfortunately, because like I said earlier, he's my favorite Flash. Alright, enjoy the video. And now that I'm done talking about other people's criticism on the movie, I want to give my personal review on the movie. The way I see it, this movie is an 8.5 out of 10. It was a great movie. When I went into theaters, I was keeping an open mind, because like I personally thought that it was a DC movie and it would suck, but it was James Gunn, and James Gunn has never made a bad superhero project in his life. And so I went in with an open mind, and I went to that theater smiling every second of that movie. I watched it in 3D. It was the best 3D experience I've ever had. And like, I don't have a lot of money. Like, if I had the option to, I would watch that movie every week. Like, the replayability of that movie is insane. Like, if I saw that movie as a kid, that'd be the movie that I'd watch every night. As a kid, I used to watch like the B movie, The Dark Knight Rises, or not Rises, but like just The Dark Knight, the Heath Ledger one. Those movies I'd watch like every night. Like, the amount of times I've seen those movies are insane. And Superman is one of those movies. Like, as a 17-year-old, I would watch that movie every night if I could. And when it comes out on streaming, I'll be watching that a lot. My sister, she loved the Sinners movie. I think she's watched that movie 10 times on streaming services, which is insane. But I can't really blame her after watching Superman, because now I know how she feels. And the pros of this movie, great cinematography. The colors are beautiful. Like, it looks like I just opened a fresh Superman comic and I'm just watching it in 3D. It's perfect. And the music, man, every time the score would kick up, it was amazing. Like, it was just the Superman theme revised or whatever, or remade. And it was just beautiful. It was art. And the actors were amazing. They captured their characters perfectly. Jimmy Olsen, Clark Kent, Superman, Lex Luthor, Nicholas Hoult. He did a great job on this movie. I mean, he's a great actor. I love the X-Men movies so much, and he was definitely one of my favorite characters as Beast. And his performance as Lex Luthor was incredible. Like, he was top 5 haters of all time. I'm just waiting for Reverse Flash to get in a live action, because that would be amazing. Because Flash, him and Green Lantern, my top 2 heroes of all time. And I'm just excited to see those. I'm a Hal Jordan guy. Like, I like Jon Stewart. And Kyle Rayner, I'd never seen much about him, but I heard he's great. But Hal Jordan's always been my number one. The only criticism I have of the movie is the timing. It felt like it was a little fast-paced. It could have gone a little slower. They could have slowed things down a little, take its time to develop or something. Like, it just felt like some parts were rushed and you didn't really get to the time to, like, feel a personal... Like, in the close scenes that are supposed to be personal, you didn't really have the time. Didn't really have the time to connect because it would end so fast. Like, the interview scenes with Lois and Clark and, like, the scenes where they're, like, you know, kissing or whatever felt short. Like, even though the scene was probably, like, 10 minutes maybe, it felt like I was there for a minute. And they should have made that longer, really. And I really have to talk about Mr. Terrific. He was awesome. I'm so glad he got redemption from the X-Men movie because that just wasn't good at all. So that's all I got to say. So if you liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe because I'd love to do more content. I can't do any gaming content for a while, though, because I don't have a controller for my PlayStation anymore. What are you doing, Daisy? I can't flip the camera all the way. She was just rolling around in the grass. I missed it while I was recording. But she's cute. But like I was saying, if you liked it, press the like button and subscribe. And feel free to discuss in the comments your opinions on the movie. Obviously, everyone has their own opinions, and not everyone might share the same opinion as me. But I just love that movie. That's probably top 10 of my favorite movies and top 5 superhero movies of all time. But like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day.